Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. If you don't know me, my name is Devine and I run a B2B lead generation agency called WarmLeads.io, where we help go-to-market and sales leaders find the message market fit, and in doing so, we'll fill their pipelines with qualified leads on autopilot. And in this video, I wanted to find recent hires at companies and essentially personalize my outreach to them by finding a ton of hyper-personalized information at scale, which would normally take someone hours to do manually. And I'll be doing it in less than 10 minutes. So the first thing I did was actually go to Clay, which is our favorite tool to use, and we actually want to. What we want to do is find people at different companies that we can reach out to. And if you go to find people search, what we actually did was we went ahead and just filter for like different job titles that we're looking for. So we're including founder, we're including head of sales, director of sales. You guys get the idea. And what we actually did was as well was we wanted to find self-employed people, 2 to 10 companies, 2 to 10 employee companies, and 11 to 50, and as well as far as their experience goes, maximum months in their current role we wanted to put as 4 months. So we wanted like recent hires that just joined the company. Awesome. So once we have a list, and I actually just did this earlier, uh, the information it actually gives us is like the name of the person, the company they work for, their job title, location, LinkedIn, all that good stuff. So what we went ahead and did was we pulled this information into a Clay table, and the very first thing we actually wanted to do, and I noticed this right off the bat, was the company names are just a little bit weird. So like for example, this one says like base customer led growth. Obviously, the company name is just base, not customer led growth. So we went ahead and normalized this using Clay's normalizing tool, which essentially gets rid of like LLCs, inks, and just weird names like that. And you guys can see here, we also had an ink here, which it got rid of. So this is pretty good because we're going to be referencing this in our email copy as well, their company name. So we don't want like weird acronyms in there. So second thing we did was actually saw their job title was a little bit weird as well. So we cleaned that up as well. And for example, instead of saying partner sales director, we just want partner in there, right? Instead of having like chief revenue officer and then parentheses CRO, we just went ahead and put like CRO. So this normalize it as well. Excuse me. And once we have like that all normalized, now we can actually do all the personalization that we're looking for. So the first thing I went ahead and did was, because we had all the company domains, like their links to their website, I actually ran a Clay Agent prompt. And if you guys don't know what Clay Agent is, essentially you can scrape anything that's on the web. And this is really important because, we have information to work with and we want Clay Agent to personalize and find information at scale. So essentially what we told it to do was scrape the web and determine whether this company is B2B, B2C, or both. And I just gave a criteria of like, what a B2B, what a B2C company is. And essentially it filtered through all, and then it gave me the ones that are B2B or both, right? So I don't have I don't have the B2C linked here just because I put a filter on it, but it did give a bunch that were B2C, and we don't want to be working with those people because our offer is geared towards B2B companies. So once we had that, we filtered it down more to companies that we're looking for. What I actually just wanted to do was just personalize this based on their tech stack as well, just referencing like what they're using specifically because we're targeting sales leaders. They're probably going into their CRM. They're starting their new company. They want to see what's going on there. They want to see how the sales reps are finding leads. So we actually want to reference whether or not they're using Salesforce or HubSpot, and then create like a value proposition around that. So what I actually did was I used the function, and essentially what I did was I told the function to like essentially put all the domains, and in the beginning of it put billwith.com slash. And if you guys don't know what Billwith is, essentially it's a platform that finds tech of whatever company is using their tech stack, and it's free to use. So like if you just go to their website, for example, this one says like, yes, I found HubSpot. If you go to their website, it does show that they're using HubSpot. So all it was was it was looking for a keyword, and the way we determined whether they're using HubSpot or Salesforce, all we did was just ask Clay Agent to go again and find whether it says HubSpot or Salesforce. And if it says yes HubSpot, just come back with yes HubSpot. If it's not HubSpot, then just come back with either no, it's not HubSpot, or yes, it's Salesforce. So, moreover, now at this point, we have recent hires at companies that are sales leaders or founders. We have, we know their tech stack at scale. We know whether they're B2B or not, or B2C, or both. But now we want to actually do is just personalize this a little bit further by referencing case studies on the website. And this is really important because in my eyes, if I was getting an email and someone was referencing my case studies on my website, it shows that they actually went ahead and researched my website thoroughly, because case studies are hard to come by. You physically need eyes there. But this process could be a little bit faster with Clay Agent. Again, so really awesome tool. And essentially the prompt that we used for Clay Agent was, telling it to go to the company domain and then come back with the case study, right? A case study is usually proof of success that a company can get from results from other companies or people. And I just basically told it to like where it look, right? For example, like look at testimonials, look at past work, look at portfolio, look at projects, look at clients, like just look at their entire website and then come back with the results. And essentially, give me those results, in a comma format. And I just gave an example of like what I want it to look like, just because we're going to be using directly all the results from here into our table. So, or excuse me, into our email. So this is really important. So what it did, for example, was, it went ahead and looked. So as an example, we found, it scattered this website. And if we see, they actually work with like school districts, it looks like, and different just schools directly. And if we go to this website, you guys can see it actually, they provide like, looks like, programs for kids at schools from what it looks like. So, I 100% believe this because they have case studies around the schools. So this is hyper specific. And, found that, for example, Wayne Westfield District, Maryland School, Jackson 5-week transformation was like the case studies I found. So right now we have a lot of good stuff that we can use in our email copy. And now at this point, if you guys have this information, you guys could use a template, but you definitely have a lot of personalization, right? You can reference maybe the fact that they're a recent hire, they work at a B2B company, if they use HubSpot or Salesforce, case studies on the website. So this normally would have taken hours to do manually, but you guys can see like very simple to do just by prompting Clay Agent and essentially just kind of thinking about it wisely. You can get a lot of this information fast. And then finally, after, what we did was we found the waterfall enrichment. And waterfall enrichment is essentially it's verifying and finding its email among different providers and coming back with the results. So what we did here was we just started with Lead Magic and then Prospeo and then find the email. And it found all the emails, or at least the ones we were looking at, the first 12. And now we have this, we can put into our favorite email sequencing tool like Smartly or Instantly, and then kickstart this campaign and see results coming in. Awesome, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed this. I'll be putting this in the link in the description of this template. And let me know if you guys have any questions. Yeah, happy to kind of talk about this more. If you guys have a better way of doing it or smarter way of doing it, let me know as well. I'm all yours. Thanks so much, guys. Bye-bye.